Self-respect is the state of being that has ended every single tyranny in human history. Because it's self-respect that says, no, I'm not cooperating. Now, money's not the root of all evil. Money, that's what we talked about, is a means of exchanging skills. The love of money is the root of all evil. That's what the phrase actually says, where money becomes your goal for the sake of money. And people get up with the sun every day who've got more money than they could spend in 20 lifetimes trying to get more. That is, I think that's a sickness personally. And like I say, it's about using money to control rather than using money just to acquire the more and more wealth. Where they want to go with the cryptocurrency is I'm talking about the cult, is to turn it into a one world currency, where in the end your money would be connected to your body. This is part of this whole AI infiltration of the human body and the human mind, and the synthetic changes taking place in the body thanks to these fake vaccines. They want you to actually be able to hold your money on your body. So you kind of do that and bang, it's like putting a credit card across. So that's where they want it to go, because that's complete control. No one can do anything unless they know about it. And of course, once all money is electronic, they can wipe it out when they like. So if I had to choose between the two, I'd go for cash, even though they want to get rid of cash. And why do they want to get rid of cash? Because cash is private, whereas everything else is not. That's why they want to get rid of cash.
There are so many elements to this. When people say, well, why have we known about this before? I've spent 20 years in nearly 50 countries researching a great stream of different subjects, which on the face of it appear completely unconnected. And it's only when you connect these apparently unconnectable subjects and areas of society and life, the puzzle pieces fit to the point where you can go, oh, I can see it now. Billions of people wake up every morning and they go to work, or they try to survive another day. They're not spending 20 years fitting these pieces together. So how can they see it? Until I started fitting them together, I couldn't see it. I was very skeptical of authority, always was, and the people who claim to be in power. But this bigger picture, I hadn't got a clue. And one of the areas, to come to your question, that I've understood more and more in the last few years has to be looked at before we can understand the true nature of what's going on in the world. And that's actually the true nature of reality, and how we can control our own reality instead of having our reality dictated to us. I mean, we think we are at the cutting edge of human knowledge and everything. And yet, if you stop someone in the street out there or in any other city in the world and you said to them, who are you? Where do you come from? Where are you going when this is over? And what is the nature of reality? And here we are living our lives every day in this world, and we don't even know what this world is. The few who are behind the people we see, they know what this world is, and they know how the mind works. They know how if you can control the way people think and perceive, you can completely control their lives.
The idea is to show people that they don't need to follow anyone; they need to follow themselves and become their own center of constructing their perception. But what you can do is help that process by the information you put out there. So I don't want followers. £1 million or 1 million people seeing through the lies, 1 million people seeing through the lies every time. I live in a 1-bedroom flat with this tiny office, and I've lived here since 2001. I have the simplest of simple lifestyles. I'm not quite a minimalist, but I'm in that direction. Not through ideological choice, just the way I live my life. And so the only thing I could do with £1 million is to put it into into making the communication of this information more effective. But I certainly don't want it for myself. Thank you very much. I'm offered business opportunities all the time. You promote this, you promote that, and you'll get this car. And every single time, nope. So if anyone's watching this and thinks, well, I'll offer him a business opportunity because then he'll promote this and promote that, you're wasting your time. If I think what you are wanting to do, and I've done this a number of times, is good for getting the information out, then I'll promote it. I'll give it a good mention, but I don't want any money for it. Thank you very much. And I don't want a business opportunity. I don't want anything to do with it.
Just throwing my thoughts and my 20 years of research now into this whole phenomenon that's unfolding as I speak, called the Occupy movement. Came out of Wall Street, of course. And it's a great thing. It's fantastic that people are waking up to the point where they're saying, I'm a slave and I ain't having it anymore. That's the great Rubicon that needs crossing so we can do something about this. The reason I'm just going to put this information out, people make of it what they will, is there's another agenda going on here too. And if the genuine response to this grotesque enslavement of humanity in terms of finance and in terms of so many other things is going to be challenged effectively, then people need to get streetwise to what this other agenda is. And also the fundamentals of what we're dealing with. So I'm going to take it in stages. First of all, the fundamentals of what we're dealing with. If anything is going to happen that's going to change this tyranny of global banking and global finance, then first of all, the way that money is created, or what passes for money is created, has to fundamentally change. If this doesn't change, nothing's going to change because the power doesn't move. There's no change in the power dynamic of money creation, because people don't realize this in vast numbers, that when you ask the question, how is money created, where does money come from, people got this kind of feeling, well, it's the government's in it. No. Overwhelmingly, massively overwhelmingly, it is not the government. It is private banks, which, if you do the research, owned by the same people under different names, the same network under different names. Private banks are creating what we call money out of fresh, bloody air and then charging us interest on it.
I'm 69 and my life is dedicated to this. If you don't see what's going on and refuse to cooperate with it, by very little time from now, you, your kids and grandkids are going to be living in a global fascist dictatorship of total 24-hour surveillance control. If you don't want that to happen, get off your frickin' arse.